The episode began with Beru explaining that he had been the boss of the previous S-rank dungeon, which had opened previously. Suho initially found it hard to believe that someone like himself had been such a powerful dungeon boss, feared by all hunters. Meanwhile, the other hunters gradually began to recall Beru's true identity as the Ant King. Upon realizing this, Beru began to intimidate the assembled hunters. However, before he could say anything further, Suho delivered a forceful punch to his head. Suho then questioned Beru, asking why he was scaring everyone when they were all on their side. Beru apologized to the young monarch, explaining that he had simply been enjoying a feeling of superiority after a long time. Following this exchange, Choi Jong-in asked Suho if he could clear the dungeon alone with Beru, assuming Beru was indeed the powerful entity he claimed to be. Suho replied that it would be somewhat difficult, explaining that while he didn't know how powerful Beru had been in his past life, Beru currently possessed no power and was completely useless. Beru, feeling disheartened, remarked that Suho shouldn't have said that. Meanwhile, Ma Dong-wook and other hunters present remained confused, unable to comprehend the conversation taking place. Realizing the confusion, Choi Jong-in suggested to Suho that the other hunters wouldn't understand without experiencing the memories directly. He asked if Suho could help them recall the events of the previous world. Suho agreed, and then retrieved his key, placing it before them. A short while later, after their memories were restored, the two hunters appeared visibly terrified. They began discussing Jeju Island and Beru, expressing fear that if the S-rank gate was similar to the one at Jeju Island, the entire world could face destruction. Woo Jin-cheol then explained that a dungeon break typically takes about 7 days, and this particular gate was currently above Seoul. He warned that if it broke, Seoul would be completely devastated, and they would be unable to control it. Another individual asked if the beast emerging from a mid-air dungeon would simply fall to the ground and die. Woo Jin-cheol corrected him, stating that while that was a possibility, an investigation had revealed the gate was slowly descending. This meant that by the 7th day, the day of the dungeon break, it would be fully on the ground. The individual fell silent after hearing Woo Jin-cheol's explanation. Elsewhere, Baek Yoon-ho appeared deeply disheartened. He pondered their predicament, noting that they first had to contend with Itaram, and now an S-rank gate needed to be cleared with limited resources. He observed Suho, who had effortlessly defeated Hwang Dong-soo, acknowledging Suho's potential and recognizing that he had already surpassed them all. Baek Yoon-ho wondered how long they would have to rely on Suho if things continued this way. Lim Tae-gyu then pointed out that they had been able to clear such a dungeon previously because they had Sung Jin-woo with them. Choi Jong-in echoed his sentiment, wishing Sung Jin-woo were present. A heavy silence fell over the group, with everyone looking dejected and disappointed. Noticing their despair, Suho questioned why everyone was so disheartened. Beru then intervened, stating that there was no need for such a heavy burden of responsibility, as his former master had been at a much higher level when he defeated Beru. Suho also grew disheartened upon hearing this, contemplating if his father was truly at a higher level than him, which would make clearing the gate impossible for him. He quickly dismissed the thought, asserting that impossibility should no longer be an obstacle. He then recalled his training and glanced at the disheartened faces of the others. He began to wonder what unique ability he possessed that his father did not, something that would allow him to overcome this challenge. He felt a strong compulsion to find this answer. At that moment, a quest appeared before him: to defeat and mobilize the S-rank gate. This objective struck him as very strange, and he wondered about its true meaning. He then felt a hand on his back, though it might have been his imagination. When he turned, no one was there, yet he perceived it as a sign. It seemed as though the system was trying to convey something to him, perhaps indicating that the solution lay within himself. Suho then addressed Baek Yoon-ho, asking if he was a beast-type hunter like himself. Baek Yoon-ho confirmed this. Suho proceeded to open his shadow dimension, a sight that greatly frightened all those present. Suho explained that he needed to test something and then produced the second glove he had acquired, which he named Baek-gu, currently at level 1. Handing it to Baek Yoon-ho, Suho requested his assistance with the test. The scene then shifted to the exterior of a dungeon, where all the S-rank hunters had gathered. Choi Jong-in questioned if it was a B-rank gate. All eyes turned to Suho, as he had provided Baek Yoon-ho with a gauntlet. With this weapon, Baek Yoon-ho was seen fiercely dispatching all the monsters within the dungeon. Woo Jin-cheol asked Suho why he had given his item to another hunter. Suho explained that he wanted to test something, revealing that he had crafted the equipment himself. Woo Jin-cheol was astonished, asking what Suho meant by this and if his abilities were different from Sung Jin-woo's. Suho confirmed that while his abilities were similar, they also had key differences. He noted that his father's shadow soldiers remained permanently summoned, whereas his own lasted only for a single day. He also mentioned that his father's shadow soldiers could level up, a capability he believed he did not possess in the same way. However, Suho clarified that his methods were distinct. He explained that he could do something his father perhaps could not. He had his shadow equipment forged by shadow soldiers themselves, which might allow them to level up. Furthermore, he added that these special leveling up equipment had the ability to enhance the strength of their wielders. Woo Jin-cheol, utterly surprised, then exclaimed, asking if Suho was suggesting that the weapon he gave to Baek Yoonho could also level up. Choi Jong-in joined in, asking Suho if it was true that the wielder of such a weapon could become stronger. Suho replied that he believed it was possible, but acknowledged one issue. He wasn't sure if anyone besides himself could level up using such equipment. At that moment, Baek Yoonho was seen fighting fiercely. He marveled at how light his body felt and how the weapon Suho had given him surpassed his imagination. He realized that upon equipping it, he had instinctively learned a new skill, enabling him to advance aggressively. Suho and Woo Jin-cheol observed this. With Suho smiling as Baek Yoonho's gauntlet had leveled up, Baek Yoonho exclaimed that his body felt incredibly light. Suho then announced that they had 6 days remaining and that he would endeavor to craft similar equipment for all of them. He urged them to move forward and fight together. Upon hearing this, the other hunters became ecstatic, eagerly requesting Suho to forge their preferred weapons. From the back, Woo Jin-cheol mused to himself, wondering if, even as an A-rank hunter, he could fight alongside them and achieve strength comparable to an S-rank. He felt a surge of happiness, contemplating that while Hunter Sung Jin-woo's authority had been perfect and flawless, rendering him self-sufficient, Sung Suho was different. Suho was a leader who knew how to collaborate with everyone. Woo Jin-cheol wondered if he too would get the opportunity to fight alongside him. As Suho advanced with the group, Woo Jin-cheol continued to think that the situation felt like a dream, hoping it would one day become a reality. The episode concluded there.